I failed 75 hard. Are we surprised? I don't know. If you are surprised, thank you for believing in me that I could actually do it, but I didn't. I've been feeling a little bit in a rut recently, so this week is dedicating to getting back on track, getting out of a rut, and building those good routines back after having fallen off the track for like an entire month. So basically what had happened, let me explain. I made a few videos about me doing the 75 hard challenge. Mike and I were gonna do it together, made it through January strong, was feeling very proud of myself, was also feeling like I put such an emphasis on all things physical health that I didn't pour into my mental health, and so I actually wasn't feeling the best mentally that month, which is interesting. So in February, I really wanted to prioritize balance and incorporate that back into my life because I feel like, especially with such a strict challenge like 75 hard, it's really easy to just get so sucked into it that you just like don't have time for anything else. And you're just almost like so obsessed with doing it that you don't even think to do those other things. Do I think it's a sustainable challenge? Absolutely not. That's why it's like a challenge. But here's when we fell off the wagon. We went camping. So fun. I vlogged it. And that was the first time that I didn't work out for a few days in a row while we were camping. Didn't eat the best, which is fine. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and I don't regret that at all. Post camp, got heinously sick, so I didn't work out. Then I got my period. And listen, do these sound like excuses? Yes, because they are. So after that, I didn't work out for about a week. Then our friends got married. We were in the wedding, and that's when I broke the taboo thing of 75 hard and I drank alcohol, which was a conscious decision. I was looking at it, I was like, I don't need to, but like I want to, so I will. And now here we are. I actually did a podcast episode about my feelings about all of this and where I'm kind of at. So if you want to listen to that and hear more, I'll link it down below. But to sum it up, I feel like because I was in such a good routine for so long and then I fell off, honestly, I felt like I needed the rest, so that felt good. But I was kind of like digging myself into a hole that's been very hard to get out of. So that's what I'm focusing on now. Living a more balanced life, still incorporating those habits and routines that 75 hard kind of showed me and I was working on. I have been so off of my shit, not in a good routine. And you know what? I'm not gonna be that mad about it because that's just life. Sometimes other things come up, other things happen. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. While I was in the midst of that, I decided that I wouldn't go down the ugly path of getting mean to myself because I've had patterns of that before. And once you start being mean to yourself and just talking to yourself negatively, it truly all goes downhill from there. So I was like, you know what? We're not necessarily thriving right now, and that's okay. You don't have to be thriving 24/7 in life to even have a good life, but I'm really excited to get back into it. I've been craving it, so this is going to be me trying to get back on track, get out of a little rut that I've been in mentally, physically. Back to this bullshit too. For my first workout back, I'm just gonna go to my apartment gym, go for a little walk. I feel like that's like the least intimidating thing I could do to kind of get back into it. First workout back is done. I did like a 50-minute incline walk on the treadmill, so that felt really good, got a good sweat in. I have a few workout classes booked through the rest of the week, but I kind of just wanted to kickstart it doing that because I love going on walks. I've missed it so much. Right now, I'm gonna make my infamous little banana peanut butter smoothie. I add protein in it and it's so yummy. I'm very excited to be getting back into it. I feel like I just put it off for so long. Like I noticed it was happening and then I was like, I'll start next week. And then I just got stuck in that cycle, which is okay. You know, it's not the end of the world, but I'm so glad that I did that. I feel like the hardest part is just starting. So the way I like to do it is I'm like, okay, I can work out for 5 minutes. I have you can make the time for 5 minutes. And then I feel like usually that'll just kickstart things because you can't always rely on motivation. It's the discipline that gets you through it, and I feel like it's the discipline that got me through doing the 75 hard all of January. I've done a little too hard, so then I flopped February. It's fine. No one's perfect, and I feel like the goal shouldn't be to be perfect, because then you're just gonna be disappointed, and that's also just not realistic, and that's not real. Your best is gonna look different every single day. What your best looks like yesterday might look different from today, and like what you can give looks different every single day. So it's all very personal. Just don't be too hard on yourself. I feel like there's a time to be hard on yourself, and then you have to know when to like push and pull. I feel like we're overdue for a little book update. I was in a reading slump pretty much the entirety of January. When we were doing the challenge, we were reading like 10 pages of a self-help book every night, and I was reading Atomic Habits. Didn't finish it, obviously, because I fell off, but I actually didn't read any books that were like for my own enjoyment like I usually do. That more so felt like an assignment, but I didn't do any just reading for fun. So I wanted to get back into that now and just make more time for it, because it's a hobby of mine, and kind of like how I was saying before, I wasn't doing a good job at making time for my hobbies and things that make me happy. So I've gotten back into reading. I was supposed to be reading this book, A Court of Wings and Ruin. It's the third book in the ACOTAR series. It's a fantasy book series. So amazing. I literally got this far in before it just was like doing way too much. The book itself was good. I just mean that more so in a way where I was very overwhelmed by the size of it. It's like 700 pages long, and because I was already in a reading slump, I was like, this is not gonna work out. There's no way I'm gonna read this while I'm already struggling to read. So I was like, you know what? Let's take it back to classics. I'm a tried and true romance girly, and this book has been on my TBR from Abby Jimenez for so long. She is my favorite romance author. Her and Taylor Jenkins Reid, I just absolutely love. This one was The Friend Zone. I read this in a matter of 3 days, literally to the point where I'm like, you know, kind of canceling things that, or like slightly putting off my priorities in order to finish and read this. It was so good. I spent the last like hour sobbing reading it. I've got photo proof if you want to see that, but yeah, I was just like shaking, crying, sobbing on the couch. So this was definitely a good read. I definitely feel snapped back into the reading groove. So I'm gonna read her other book, Part of Your World. I'm truly just obsessed with this author. This is one of the last books that I have to read from her. Probably gonna fly through this, and then I will get back into the ACOTAR series. I think there's like this book and then 2 more. Then we're really getting into the future here. I think I'm going to read some more messed up like psychological thrillers, because I've kind of been craving that. But for now, we stick to the tried and true romance and then fantasy like smut books. Another day, another house update. We are at the house right now. We've been going every week, as you know, so I'm excited to see what changes have happened in there. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to everything being done. So every time that we go, usually like a week or a week and a half apart, something big has happened. So the last time we were here, the big thing that happened was the kitchen cabinets are in. So we're gonna see what developments have been made. The flooring's in.
It's amazing that there's still like 2.5 more months of work that needs to be done or something.
Yeah, it is.
I am obsessed with the dark flooring. I think it looks so good. I'm usually not a fan of gray flooring, but I feel like this smoked gray looks really, really good. It makes it feel very warm and inviting and cozy. We got a souvenir to take with us, so now when we look at paint or whatever, we can bring this, which is really, really helpful. I think this is called smoked hiratake. If you're curious, no one was. Our dates these days are very house-centered, but I have someone that's gonna, like a vendor that's gonna come, that's gonna help measuring the windows and stuff. So I have no idea what I want. So we wanna just get an idea of what kind of window coverings to get. I don't think I'm a fan of these. I feel like that'll also just be irritating to like dust. So many options. These are nice, these are cool. Hello? This has become a regular dish in this household. I almost don't even have to reference the recipe anymore, which is very exciting, and I feel like it's like a proper adult dish. Just the baked salmon, made the potatoes, I have a little dressing for the potatoes. I'll put down below the recipe for these if you do want to make it. It's pretty easy. We are getting after it this morning with a little hike. We're going to grab my sister right now. I like activities that get me to be active without outwardly being like working out. Hiking's one of them. A little 30-minute hike. The smoked salmon bagel sounds really good. Yeah. I love Costco samples. Thank you.
You're welcome. Groceries?
We usually come to Costco on the weekends and they don't have nearly as many samples. Usually they don't have any, but it's a weekday today. And I just had so many good foods. Quiet on set and action. Honestly, this is a pretty tame Costco haul. This is kind of just to re-up on some things. We got some Skinty Pop, literally our favorite snack to have. Got a heinous amount of egg bites. These ones are the rosemary and mushroom and an Asiago. It's so good. You just pop them in the microwave. You got yourself a little breakfast. So I got 4. Also got some more Suja immunity shots. I really like these. Wanted to get some fruit, so I got some apples. And then these, we got our last Costco trip, and they were so good. They're so in season right now. They literally taste like candy, so we got some more. And then some grape tomatoes, so nothing crazy. We are getting back to, you just look like such a mysterious like figure in this frame. We're getting back to our regular scheduled programming. As always, Micah's bowl looks a lot better because he's a lot less of a picky eater. Like, he actually enjoys veggies and things. That's his. Mine is a little more plain, but we're gonna add some avocado to it, but it's just the chicken with some Spanish rice and then toppings, onions, etc. Yes. Yummy. In my humble opinion, this is one of the best Olipop flavors. It's so good. I missed doing that so much. I didn't even realize how much I missed it until I did it. I feel like I just put it off for so long that I like built resistance towards it. But literally the last workout class I took prior to today was on February 2nd. So it's been almost a month, which is crazy. I miss the studio that I go to so much. The people there are just amazing. They opened up a new location in Ala Moana. So if you're ever here, or if you live here, definitely go take a class. They have cycle classes, Legree classes, so many different types of things depending on what you want to do. It's so irritating to hear it, but truly you never regret moving your body, doing a workout. You just have to get yourself to do it, whether that's slapping on some workout clothes, booking a class, and you can't cancel it because if you cancel it you lose money. Whatever you got to do to make yourself work out, it will be worth it because you're doing it for you. It's the best way to show yourself love. I'm trying to do a better job at making time for the things that make me happy. I feel like it's easy to just get caught up in like everyday life, work, and kind of forget to do the things that make you feel good. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm at the beach right now because I was just lurking on Micah. He's working in his firefighter recruit class right now. They're in their open ocean water safety portion of their academy, and so they're like jumping out of helicopters today and learning how to save lives in the ocean. So I think I did a pretty good job at being low-key. I don't think he saw me. He told me I could go, but I just, you know, I don't want to make a scene. So I was lurking. But now I think I'm just gonna go take a quick dip at one of my favorite beaches. I brought a book to read. I'm having myself a little day.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling.
I'm kind of craving a poke bowl. I might go get one of those.
We stand on the opposite
Oh wait, you're an
shore.
only guy right now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. I heard the guys told me that around. They're like, oh, Abel was here, and I was like, what?
I didn't want anyone to know I was there, but I made eye contact with Pete, so I gave him a peace sign. I am doing my first cycle class in over a month. I'm horrified, but we gotta just do the damn thing. Prime sent me my favorite tropical punch hydration drink. It's so good, I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge for after. I don't know why, I feel like returning to cycle is so intimidating. Not because of anyone there, like the vibes there are so good, but I'm just like, I know that I am going to, but I'm excited. I feel like I haven't gotten my heart rate up like that in a while, and it just feels so good to do that. So I had a banana before. I feel like I need something in my stomach before I work out, but I don't like too much. Also, I did end up finishing really quickly this book. I thought it was really good. It felt a little bit predictable. I don't know if that's because I'm so familiar with her writing and how it goes, but that didn't make me enjoy it any less. I still thought it was a really fun book. I breezed through this and it was really cute. I've said this before, but Abby Jimenez has my favorite books for like adult romance. I find myself the older I get, I don't really like reading about high school romance. Sometimes college romance is like okay, but I've been really liking the higher age group ones. Oh, that's so weird. Tonight I'm gonna start reading Do Not Disturb by Frida McFadden. It's been a while, like I said, since I've read a spooky kabuki book, so this one will start. So funny story, that's like kind of disgusting. If you're wondering, well, no one was wondering what the snake was doing here, but I feel like I have to tell someone because it almost seems unreal. Our bathtub hasn't been draining and I do a really good job. If you know, you know. If you've been around for a while, I've shared my hair art because I shed so much hair, especially on hair wash days. So I stick it on the wall because I don't want it to go down the drain and clog the drain. And so I was like, there's no way it's my hair. I'm perfect. And I always put it on the wall, throw it away after. But then last night, literally when Michael was showering, he was like standing in a puddle and it was not draining at all. So he was like, get the snake. Got the snake. The monster that came out of the drain, I feel like it'd be kind of nasty to put this on the internet, so I'm not going to, but I have a photo of it. Just imagine like this entire thing from here down filled with a glob of hair about like that thick. Clearly it's Micah's hair. I'm gonna make a matcha and show you my favorite recipe that tastes so good. I feel like sometimes with matcha, it's kind of dicey. I know some people hate it. My thing, if you feel like you hate matcha, try mine. The most important thing is having a good matcha powder. I've tried ones that are a little bit on the cheaper side, and I think you can just really taste the difference. So this is Maui Matcha. It's a small business based in Maui, and it's 100% Pure matcha, high in antioxidants, boosts brain function, sustainable energy, improves mood, ceremonial grade, so it's really good stuff. I take a scoop of that. I have a mini strainer because sometimes it can get clumpy, and I think the worst thing is when matcha gets clumpy because it kind of just tastes nasty, so put it in here. I'm gonna add a little bit of hot water to this, get the bamboo whisk that together, making sure to get out all the clumps. Just a little dash of honey for some natural sweetness. Cup of ice if you want an iced matcha. I just feel like iced matchas taste better for some reason. I drink Milkademia unsweetened macadamia milk. That's my favorite. So pour a little bit of that. Then I will pour the matcha in. Give it a little mixy, and then this is the key ingredient. Something about Natural Bliss almond creamer will do it for me every single time. It's my favorite creamer. It's so good. It makes literally any drink taste amazing. And there you have the perfect iced matcha.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow.
We are making tacos. I've been craving this so badly. I'm so excited. This is how I craft my ideal taco. Need the taco shells that stand on its own. Anything else is the worst. Cheese on the bottom so that it melts. Add the turkey, a little bit of lettuce. My first layer of sauce, I'm using some sour cream, onions, some avocado hot sauce on top of that. That is it for this video. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm feeling good again, and that's the whole point of all of this, is to just feel my best, do things that feel good. If you stayed till this point in the video, comment down below the lemon emoji so I know who stayed. Take a sip of the beer. It's for when I showed that we failed 75 hard. Please.
I gotta put the smile on my face.
Oh, please. I feel everything.